Oh my god, I wasn't even here. Get raided? Such 3, much raid, yes. Thank you, McQueeb. So how was the tier list? What was S tier? Top candy of the day. Sour Skittles, Starburst, and Sour Skittles and Starburst, huh? That's cool. I can get behind that, I guess. I'll allow it. RN, I don't even know who you are. The fuck are you, what the fuck was that about? Space ice cream. What? This is, I told you. I said you gotta take control. S tier D's nuts. Jesus Christ. Was it question from McQueeb, was it a good experience doing that? Different kind of content? You said it was chalk Kragan? Oh man. I actually really like it. Oh, he's an honest man. To be fair, I've only had a few flavors. I think I've had like vanilla, which is good. Neapolitan, I think, and the like a chocolate chip or cookie dough kind of one, but that one wasn't very good. I like Neapolitan in general. Same. I don't even think, can you even buy it anymore? Like not space ice cream, but just regular ice cream. Used to get the funniest place I think I saw space ice cream was in the buckets. Nice. Was Best Buy. Or no, sorry, not, well, maybe at Best Buy, but then also at Fry's. And if you've ever been to a Fry's store before, they used to be really cool. Now they're gone now, but for the last several years, just like a shell of a store. Like I think Apple killed Fry's? No, Amazon killed Fry's. I don't think any of them exist anymore. They're all themed. I've been to like a UFO one, an Alice in Wonderland one. I think that's the two that I've been to. Oh no, I went to one here that was alien themed. Maybe they had a few were the same. It was like a UFO had crash landed through the roof or something. The iPhone's just out of everything you'd want to buy at Fry's. The only reason I went to Fry's was like specialty cables. Like if you needed like a Molex to, I don't know, 8-pin adapter for some reason, that'd be the place you'd go. Never components really, unless they had a super special on or something. Super sale. Speaking of super sales, Steam sale today. I sought out a few responses in Discord, and I found a few things myself. Especially on my wish list, but what I think Half-Life Alyx was 50% off. That was from RN Gamer. Other than that, we'll scope it out. We'll see if there's anything good. Sekiro, $30, yeah. Taquito's very divisive. I wanted to like it, and it's slick. The combat's really fast, but you do need to master that parry. And if you don't, then you're not gonna have a fun time. It's some people's favorite Souls game, or Souls style game. It copied everything from Elden Ring. I think Elden Ring, there's definitely some DNA from Sekiro in Elden Ring. All jokes aside, still need to make that emote, I think, for sure. All right, let's jump over. Let's have a chat. McQueeb, thank you again. Rapid. Dude, 10 months subscribed. 10 months already. Jesus Christ. I feel like I've known you for so long. Speaking of Taffy, I'm sure you've heard already, but he Moody Malamute 7 months. Thank you, dude. Thank you so much. It has been that long. Welcome back. To the both of you, feel free to suggest a game. Rapid, you're used to this system already. Malamute, if you haven't seen it before, check out the spreadsheet. Suggest a game. Drop that in Discord or tell us here. Totally fine. Yeah, no, Taffy had a fan get a couple of tattoos. Not small. of some emotes and channel logos and shit. Like, that's a hell of a commitment right there. And when he tweeted it out, let's see if I can find the tweet. He said, here it is. This is a milestone not many streamers can say they hit. Artwork from our channel, inked on a viewer. For the record, I did not solicit, endorse, coerce this act in any way. Yo! Jesus, Wonderbot! What's up, dude? Welcome. The Nova Drift man himself. I saw you playing Nova Drift. A lot of people had comments about Nova Drift similarities to 20 Minutes Till Dawn. Well, you can probably flip the subject in that statement, but you feel like you should try Nova Drift? Oh, I swear to God, I didn't choose this music either. This is Nova Drift music. It's really good, Kragan. It's excellent. It's highly polished. The only thing that I will say is if you go in expecting a twin stick shooter, you may have a little bit of a difficult time when it comes to movement. That's it. That's the only thing, because it controls more like Asteroids than it does Geometry Wars, for example. No, but amazing game. Highly polished. I haven't played it in a long time because the updates just haven't been there yet. And it's a solo dev. Speaking of that solo dev, apparently he left a message. Well, there is remnants left online on the 20 Minutes Till Dawn page. or sorry, the 10 minutes till dawn page, the demo version. And he was like, this game's like takes a lot of ideas. My suggestion, we never had this conversation, but my thoughts on the matter is if you have someone that maybe took a couple of ideas, there's a couple of power-ups even named exactly the same. It's clearly inspired by. Fucking run with that. Contact Steam, say, hey, hook us up with a 20% discount, and then use that. Use the momentum from somebody else's success. Oh, and that's what I'd do. The new update's a bit off. The one thing about the update that it's a lot more difficult if you turn the modifiers on, for sure. An asteroid-like game was the second video game you played back when you first started gaming. Right on. Then I don't think you'd dislike it at all. I think it's great. Like I said, it's highly polished, but I do need to see more updates. I think the problem with the expectations of updates released versus updates announced is the fact that he did announce Chimeric. He announced he was gonna like this massive overhaul coming, and Wonderbot, no sweat, dude. Please, yeah, no, you've been talking all day. Thank you for trusting me with your viewers. Much appreciated, dude. Get that after stream care. Rapid, cheers to you again, dude. Thank you, man. Gifted sub to Wonderbot. No, shit, I've been known to raid and run from time to time. Some days you just have nothing left in the tank, and yeah, no explanation necessary, dude. You work hard. Get it. I did hear you mention earlier, you were talking about, you know, how do you meet people to play multiplayer and stuff. I would like to bend your ear about streaming and stuff. I'm always interested in growing my network, and I don't, whatever it looks like on the outside, I am not, I'm an awkward kid. I'm a little weird. Oh, I'm hearing typing. I think I know what's coming. Yeah. It's difficult for me to make friends, and I don't distrust people. I think I look on the good side most of the time, but that definitely plays into it. Like I've had people, I'm looking for work, and I've had people like straight up reach out to me and offer me work and or you know, maybe start the ball rolling since they had an in whatever, and I'd have to like just. The beard had you fooled? Oh shit, if that's all it takes. Wonderbot, how long have you been streaming, dude? I've known of you for quite some time, but it's only recent that I sort of joined your community. I'm 3 years in July. YouTube for 9 years, Twitch for 8. Shit. Slow burn? No, that's... I actually... So I've been streaming for 3 years. Well, soon to be 3 years. And then, yeah, YouTube for 9 or 10, actually. I started with October of 2013. What's that, McQueeb? Sorry, this is Channel 3. Is my wife. That's her alter ego. That's the the channel she runs. She just started streaming herself. Around about 2013, I started with Spelunky gameplay. And that's how I sort of became friends with Bear Taffy through Spelunky. And then I wasn't in a good situation back then. So I was sort of unable to pursue that dream further, but it was fun seeing, you know, B-Rex and Bisnap come up and Northern Lion take off, and I often wonder, and I shouldn't do this, it's very unhealthy, but I often wonder where I might be had I have moved over back then. But I recognize it's unhealthy. It's good you came here because you come here for the Steam deal feasty indie good stuff. Well, then you should be following Wanderbot as well. Wanderbot, what's your thoughts on... I mentioned this a little bit today. I didn't want to get too into the weeds or derail your stream at all, but I feel like events like Steam Next Fest are becoming a lot less curated and a lot more populated. It's like they opened the floodgates, and I think Greenlight turned into what we now know as early access, and it's not a good thing for consumers. I don't know about you, but I get burnout for early access. Like, the one that I often go back to is what was the turn-based medieval one? I was literally talking about it yesterday. Stone Shard. Love the demo. The demo ended, and I'm like sick, and then I'll never play the game again. What's the one with the really good rockin' soundtrack, the heavy metal soundtrack? I'll have it here somewhere. Here we go. The Last Spell. I'll never play the game again, as good as it was. What ifs are being on a raft in the middle of an open ocean, beating yourself up over not knowing where all the islands are. Metal Hellsinger. Do you know how many people have suggested that? People say it's really, really good. I haven't even played the demo. Oh, Elad wants to pick it up. Can't be all that bad. What If is a good TV show by Marvel? Actually, Ms. McQueeb will agree with you on that. She's told me about that before. Music supposedly safe to stream. Oh, that's dope. First two Next Fest were incredible, but then after that, it's less fun. I like demo festivals a lot. I guess it helps you pick and choose. It's going back to the Nomad Survival dev. I've had a few one-on-ones with him now at this point. He's kind of blown away by one, how hard it is to get in front of streamers and that kind of thing, but he recognizes the need for it. But he said when people even respond to emails and all of that sort of thing, he said it blows him away. Which is, I mean, it's surprising. I don't know about you. I'm sure you probably get more than I do. I get dozens a week. And I can't respond to them all. The ones I'm interested in, especially if they're paid, I'll forward that to my brand guy. Like, other than that, I don't really... Played Nomad today. I like it. I like it a lot. It's not everybody's cup of tea. Some people didn't stick with it. I know Dolphin Chemist didn't go back to it yet. I think it's really well balanced. I think it's really well done. What's up, Nuke Spider? Music was created for the game. You're talking about Metal Hellslinger? Yeah, they did. There was a bit of an applause when they announced that it was safe to stream. That's always a concern. I know that... Oh god, who was it? Ezekiel the third? I think he said that he played... What's the horror game with the kids? A bit too in Vampire Survivors Shadow. More fun in a lot of ways. I'd agree. Yeah. I say this all the time. Vampire Survivors is a whatever. It was magic. Whatever happened to it, it was magic. Pure luck. Some French streamer picked it up. Somebody recommended it to Northern Lion. Northern Lion picked it up, and again now XQC is playing Vampire Survivors. Like that is wild. You couldn't ask for a better journey than that. It's certainly not original. A lot of people think it is. But it's an anomaly. Yeah. The $3 price tag definitely helped. All right, I will download the demo for Metal Hellslinger. Yes, Steam's installed. Yes, always allow open. I'll check it out. I wasn't gonna, like, rhythm action games aren't really my thing. Like, I love Necrodancer. BPM didn't get me. I'm not the biggest on shooters. Which streamers seem to fit the theme. Thank you, Robot. Perfect. Oh shit, Robot's sub is up. I gotta fix that. I can't, you're only allowed, as a Twitch partner, I'm not sure if you're aware of this or not, you're allowed to gift 2 perpetual subs, tier 3, to your channel. You can gift, I think, up to 2 for bots, and then there's another category I think you can give 3 away to an individual. But I've already used my bot. I've used my bot ones up. There you go. It's not really fair, but for $3, 20 minutes till dawn has really held your interest. I love 20 minutes till dawn. I think it's too easy. I actually like it because it has a lot of similarities to Nova Drift. But once you start unlocking the passive abilities, no, it's too easy. It needs to be tweaked higher. Small caveat, I haven't made it to rank 15 yet, or tier 15 on the difficulty slider, but I really don't think that would be a difficult thing to do. Improve it then. It's all about polish. It is very, very highly polished. Sound effects are great. Any bugs sort of get fixed very, very quickly. Balancing has come in. Ice got nerfed. Bit of a shame, but understandable. Once you know how to build, it does get very easy. Yeah. A lot of those games do. If you're not willing to branch out a little bit and take risks, especially. Unlike BPM, you can shoot off-beat. Being on beat is encouraged if you want to do well and keep the health up. Yeah, I'll have to check out the system. Heavy metal music, I'm not very good with music stuff, so I might not understand exactly how to keep a rhythm on that kind of music, unless it's very obvious. Anyways, let's go to let's have a look. Let's start with the old wish list, which is that would be a W for wish list. How do I get to my? Come on, McQueeb. How does this work? There it is. All right. Massive Chalice. Sort by my rank. Oh, I didn't order these. Released June 1, 2015. Okay. Tales of... Now, this one I heard was on sale today. And it was recommended very recently. So I might pick that up. I'm not sure whether to buy just one part of it, or if we should get like all of the volumes. $100 times its price. Really? That's a huge recommendation. Highly recommend Tome. Oh. Tales have got it. And it's free? What, the base game? No. It's $3.50. Alright, done. It's in the cart. Fran Bow. First of January, 1900. My birthday. Look pretty good. The expansions add a lot, but you'll get your money's worth out of the base game while you wait. Neurovoider. Yeah, I actually asked Wonderbots about that today. It's another one that I saw was on sale. Creepy adventure game tells the story of Fran, young girl struggling with mental disorder and an unfair destiny. Overwhelmingly positive, 10,000 reviews. Well, you can't go wrong. The thing with Steam sales, and I'm sure you can get plugins for this, but the thing with Steam sales is I never know when to buy. Like normally this is very attractive, but I'm sure there's more strategy because some of them can go down or fluctuate throughout the sale, right? A really weird game? Good, because I'm really weird. Troubleshooter, abandoned children. Alright, we'll add Neurovoider while we're here. Oops. Sales haven't been meta in years. Oh, interesting. So what you see is what you get. That actually takes a huge chunk of anxiety away from me. I like that. Does an old game come back? God, whenever that... I can't wait. That's going to be amazing, but I think that's a long, long, long way off. I'm gonna hold off on some of these. Like, this is like RPG. Yeah, okay, yeah, turn-based RPG. Gone Viral. The game I still don't own. Wait, didn't I just get that on Epic Store for free? I think I did. Let me double check. I think literally today it went like free. No, must have been last week then. Today is Game of Thrones, the board game, and Car Mechanic Simulator 2018. Okay. Not sure if they still do that. Gone Viral. I was talking with Rob. We were talking about Dreamscaper today. I know Rob, the developer of that. And he mentioned Gone Viral. He said that game didn't get the coverage that it should have when it launched. I mean, I don't own it, so there's, you know... If I like something I see, I would have snapped it up, but then... I don't know why, it just flew under the radar and I never bothered with it. Gloomhaven. Gloomhaven, the physical board game. You went to play the video game version. Not a good experience, Kragan? Like, this looks great. I mean, I don't have 15 or 12 bucks to spend on a single title at the moment, but one day. Scorn? That one, I think was you told me about that yesterday? This one I'm really excited about. This one looks creepy as hell too. Hopefully it can give me the same vibes that Outer Wilds did. This one I hadn't heard about until today as well. Cosmeteer. It looks like that other game where you snap together bits of a spacecraft. The ultimate starship designer, powered by a deep game simulation, design a fleet of ships by placing individual modules, including weapons, shields, engines, hallways, battle AI, starships to earn bounties or test your design skills against other players. Yeah, it looks very similar to games we've seen. Anyway, I like that kind of thing. I like designing shit. Reassembly? That might be the one I'm thinking of, actually. I have reassembly. I don't think I've... Oh, this is the one with... Very green. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, same kind of thing. Forgotten City, 35% off. World of Horror, 13. Operencia, Stolen Sun, 60% off now in VR. Oh shit, hang on. I took a picture today during Wanderbot stream. Star Crawlers was the one that was recommended. And Conglomerate 456. We need to check out those as well. And then Chimera is the sequel, but very different, apparently. It's a first-person shooter versus... like, squad-based? It's 90% off. Like, I was already sold on the description of it alone. That's before I saw the price. Grid-based. Looks like you can move the camera as well. Okay. Done. That's easy. Conglomerate 451, $2.99. Have I heard of Slipways? Heard of, but not played, I don't think. Procedurally generated levels. So here's the thing. I have Grimrock 2 installed, and I'm wanting to dive back into that again. I love the game. I don't so much care for the fantasy setting. I'm more of a sci-fi fan, or modern at least. Why the mixed reviews, man? But the one thing about Grimrock that I didn't like was that everything was intentionally placed, including enemy spawns and whatever, right? So when you run out of enemies, you can't level anymore. You're done. Hey, Sir Remok, how you doing? Personally, all about the Peglin setting. Recommend it. Edit. Like I hoped, the first update has addressed some of the issues I mentioned. It's a good sign that the developers are paying attention to the people and bodes well for the future. The game's been released for all of 24 hours. As I write this, no doubt patches will make a lot of my gripes obsolete before too long. I think the easiest way to describe Conglomerate 451 would be, what if Bullfrog Classic Syndicate Wars, but Grimrock, Starcrawler's exploration and turn-based combat with a little XCOM base management between missions? That's a hell of a sales pitch, isn't it? Sounds great. You run some government agency, which is just set up in the city of Conglomerate. I want to say Colgate, which is wholly owned by corporations and utterly infested and corruption and crime, with the mission to restore order by using massive amounts of firepower, immediately letting us know we're in present-day America, and you're basically flinging clones of dangerously unhinged and overarmed police at the problems until they go away. Hellslave? Haven't heard of that either. So many games, dude. So many freaking games. I'll put this one on the maybe pile. Hellslave. Prevent Demons Horde. from unleashing hell on this world in this dark fantasy dungeon crawler. Fight fire with fire, make a deal with the devil, and choose which demon to worship. Can I just say, looking at the user interface, hopefully that doesn't... No, it's pretty standard once you get over here. A lot of user interfaces get... What's the word? It's like substance over style. There was an Eldritch horror game where... Look at that skill tree. All of the enemies were procedurally generated, that's something you don't often see, right? It was like a Metroidvania style game, and very recent. I can't remember what it was called, but the UI was distractingly bad. It was like, okay, little bit like this, right? See how the border is very artistic, and it kind of starts to encroach on the usability of it. It was that times 1,000. It was so bad. Partnering with GOG, get a Hellslave key through them. I never thought about I was going to say Green Man with GOG. I've never thought about joining them. I didn't think it was I didn't even know that was a thing. I go to Keymailer quite a lot. That's where I get most of my keys if I'm interested, if I'm not contacted ahead of time. Needs to blend well, or at the very least, like, I don't care that it's artistic, right? But sometimes that is too much, and it overtakes the usability, and that's where it gets distracting. Oh, God, what was the name of that game? Shit, I had it. Never played it. I watched somebody else play it, and I thought, yeah, that's not for me. More of a traditional RPG version of Diablo. Well, I'll keep an eye on it. What else we got? Nier Avoider we got. Forgotten City, that was 50% off not too long ago, and I didn't even buy it then. Everybody and their dog mentioned that I should play this since I'm such a huge fan of Outer Wilds. They said it's got it's more of a time loop connection, I think, more than anything else. Is there any games I'd recommend? Well, we've only just started. We're going through my wish list right now. I'll show you my wish list, or my cart rather. Starcrawlers, Nier Avoider, Ranbo, and then Tales of Majile. World of Horror. Yep, 13% off. Currently $13. I'm gonna wait for that one too. Fae Tactics, very positive. Half price. $10. I can't even remember what that is. It's a tactics game. Released 2 years ago. It looks cute. I like the graphics. Still no Silk Song? No, that was announced today. That wasn't. I'm waiting for Metal Slug Tactics. That I think will check all the boxes for me. I've heard good things about Floppy Nights. Legionary's Life. Price tag's good. As you play as a Roman soldier during the years of the Second Punic War, and beyond, rise up through the ranks and win prestigious awards, or just focus on making it home in One Piece? It's up to you. Can we not do both? Can we make it home in One Piece and rise up through the ranks and win prestigious awards? DM the devs. Alright. It's a good idea. Does anyone else find Backpack Hero stupidly difficult? I don't like the new character at all. It changed. I love the game, adore it. Ask anyone. But yeah, I can't get behind the new character. I think it breaks it. I'll have to watch somebody who's competent at playing that particular character and see how they do with it. Unique single-player game with RPG elements, extensive usage of attribute and skill checks, turn-based combat system involving many variables. That sounds fun. I'll give it a shot. $4. What do we think of the Bard's Tale 4 Director's Cut? I think this was recommended because I was looking for more of an RPG, like a long-term play game. So the regular version is $9. The deluxe edition is $12.50. What does it add though? It's one thing about this particular section of Steam, like looking right here, when there's multiple options available, I think they should simplify this somehow. Like, let me see exactly what the difference is or what it adds in a more concise version instead of going to like a DLC page or something like that. No, oh, what? The individual components are explained below? Director's Cut brings more character customization options, new items, new enemies, revised UI, and free expansion dungeon. Okay, well, it's only $3 different. I think I'll get it just because I am looking for that thing I can sink my teeth into, you know? Something a little bit deeper. And it looks like it's grid-based as well. Great art. Okay, I'll get it. Especially now that I don't have to worry about waiting for the sale prices to change or whatever. Unpacking, I still want to play. But I think I'm gonna skip it, and Miss McQueeb can pick that up on her account instead. Because that seems like that would be perfect for her. Yeah, no, we spoke about it late last night. God, a lot of the stuff that I've wishlisted is not come out yet, huh? And there's some really old stuff as well. I have Ziggurat 1. Would you say Ziggurat 2 is better if you know? I've never played it. Somebody told me it's like 3D Noita, but obviously not. I still say to this day, all you have to do to make 3D Noita is just get the Risk of Rain 2 engine. The environment doesn't have to be destructive. It's about building the wands. Just add that element to Risk of Rain. You've got it. Blade Assault. This one I think was mentioned today as well. 2D action roguelite platformer with beautiful pixel art set in a desolate sci-fi world. Fight against the corrupt military of Esperanza as part of the resistance force of the Undercity. Bring the corrupt to justice by becoming stronger and fighting alongside your trusty comrades. But what if you want to blow up the world? Look, 2D Noita will slow down your computer. They're gonna have to come up with new technology to... And voxels look like shit. We all know they do. I don't think voxels is the way. Thank you for easy mode. I played so much the first 2 stages, had so much fun, but couldn't get past it no matter how much I played. Not a roguelike lover here. Also adult with a life. Whoa! Let's not get judgy, Judgy McJudgerson. Not recommended. This is a strong attempt at a game with some decent ideas and some interesting art, but overall lacking in all the most important things. Too long didn't read. Don't bother with it. It's just not good enough to bother with. Too long didn't read. No information whatsoever. Gameplay, a massive slog fest. Jesus Christ. Characters feel stiff. Yes, you can dash and that's neat, but outside of that, mobility feels pathetically weak. Vertical rooms require you to be in perfect position to double jump. To get to the next height of floors, moving left and right, you are forced to be totally still for any attack animation. Okay, that's a valid criticism. I personally don't like it when my character stops moving when I attack. Threat level, indicated in top right corner of the screen, is one of the worst gameplay mechanics I've... This guy's fucking harsh, man. Punish players for playing slow or poorly by making the game harder, guaranteeing a dead run if you have a rough start. Or one of the killer randomly assigned penalties. Just a plain stupid design. The slog trash mobs, and particularly elites, have way too much health. Again, that's a fair criticism. Adding your own inflection kind of dampens the mood a little bit. Literally going glass cannon for pure DPS output, and they still tank everything you throw at them, and then some. Tie that in with the threat level penalty, which penalizes you for taking too long. Fighting, you get a game that is more frustrating than most other roguelites out there. Graphics, they're fine, but problematic. Sprites look good, animations are meh. Screen is super busy, so half the time you won't know what's going on. But that is an issue across lots of games. It is super easy to lose track of your character behind an army of enemies and particle effects. Again, fair criticism. Good luck dodging what is effectively invisible bullets, since you never had a chance to see them coming hiding behind monsters. Music, solid stuff here, energetic. Overall, don't bother with the game, clearly designed. Knew the concept of a roguelite and thought they could do it right, but didn't bother actually thinking it out. But the worst thing about this game is truly, it just isn't fun. There's no story here that grabs you, no gameplay that feels fresh and exciting, just another game on the pile that doesn't measure up to the multitude of higher quality games out there. Oh, yeah, okay. I'll wait. If you recall, one of the characters looks tired or sad for their parry animation, which is super weird. I think I added a lot of these. Yeah, this Outpost game. This was during the Enter the Dragon festival. This one looks great, actually. Kind of like Command and Conquer Renegade, but a lot bigger scale. If you were still modding Minecraft, you'd probably try to make Noita 3D. I'd love to see it. I'm still very skeptical of this after we played the demo. That third stage, the cleanup phase, did did nothing for me. It felt anti-fun. Sweet Transit, that was another one that was recommended to me. I think, was that King Nestor? That was on Discord. Heroes Hour. Alina of the Arena. This one I'm still interested in. This isn't the one with the problematic dev, right? 20% off. Tried playing vanilla Minecraft the other day. Was reminded how much mods make things better. I was blown away the first time I saw like heavily graphically modded Minecraft. Lighting effects and water effects and animations, and like it's amazing what shaders can do. It's a deck building game, and one of the hardest things with deck building games is balancing the cards. Early access will help us test the cards. Combines elements from Slay the Spire and Into the Breach. Speaking of Into the Breach, Advanced Edition is coming soon, which will be a free upgrade. That might bring that game back into the light a little bit. Bounty of One, Eyes in the Dark, and Alpha 1. Peak was talking about mostly sticking to playing Alina for YouTube videos. Interesting. Okay. What's up, Ordinary? Great to see you, dude. I didn't realize it was a deck builder. Is that like a deep element? Or is it a little bit lighter like Gordian Quest? Playing Raft a bit before bed. Right on. It's a game I've never played before. I like watching it. It's probably a little bit too stressful, and I don't do survival games that much. Not recommended. Here we go. It just isn't there yet. Be advised that this game has the potential to be awesome, but for right now, there's a few things that keep it from really differentiating itself from the 1,000 plus other deck builders on Steam. Specifically, I already like this review. Balance is out of whack. Bosses are so tremendously more powerful than even the elite fights. Bosses routinely hit for 25 plus damage per turn, and you're lucky if your block cards give you 7 block for each of your 3 energy points per turn. 2, cards really aren't that interesting. There's a ton of leeway here for interesting cards, but instead it's like this card deals damage, this card deals damage in an arc, this card deals damage and knocks back, and that's it really for right now. This was written January this year. And this is after 8 hours in the game. The fatigue mechanic sucks, full stop. Find a better way to balance your heavy weapons, and the majority of weapons right now are heavy. Most importantly, and why I'm getting bored quickly, is that every game you start with exactly the same boring deck, and it takes 15 minutes to play before it gets good. At least in Slay the Spire, if you haven't played Slay the Spire yet, go buy that right now. You have 4 characters with different decks and mechanics to change things up. Some way to make sure every run doesn't start literally the exact same way would do wonders for this game. Oh, there's an edit. Okay, there's been a bunch of progress made on this game, and I have to admit they improved on several of my points. The one thing that they didn't change was balance. I played a 2-hour run on easy mode. The game was, in fact, much easier than before, so much so that I felt there was some room to experiment with builds. However, I made it to the final boss of Act 3, and even though I'd been doing really well up until that point, the boss completely destroyed me by a wide margin. I believe he had 800 HP to start, and he killed me with 660 remaining. I didn't stand a chance. Rage quit and the negative review stands. I'd be okay with a gentle scaling to hard. This game told me I was doing great for 2 hours before completely stomping me in a frustrating and unfun way. Slay the Spire and Downfall. Is Downfall where you play the enemy as the enemies? You can get lost, lose hours of your way in a good way, of your life in a good way, in survival games if it's not stressful. Yeah, it's that stress element. I think my anxiety would make any game stressful for me. Any survival game. Curse to Golf. Still a question mark on that one. I'm sure. I mean, I spoke to the dev a couple of times. I'm sure he'll send that to me anyway. Yeah, these are still games from the Enter the Dragon festival. That was really good, by the way. This is the game, the long lost adventure game that's coming out soon. Looks really weird and twisted. Necrosmith was recommended. I haven't played it yet. And that's it. Okay, you can be removed from there. Lean is fun to learn, but it lacks long-term replayability due to lack of content and variety. And good for a day or two. Yeah, then that'll be a wait on that one then as well. That's a shame, because I like the arena, or gladiator style, the setup for it. I think that's cool. All right, one summer sale later. Witcher 3, Sniper Elite 4. Wait, isn't that brand new? No, there must be a new one. Mass Effect franchise. I bought the remastered trilogy. Puzzle roguelite. It combines the addicting gameplay of Minesweeper with hundreds of unique items, stages, and abilities. Open that chest. Oh, it's just the title of the game in the chest. That was a bad chest. Yeah, I don't know, man. Minesweeper though. 5 is the new one. Got it. Thank you. Like I love mashing up of genres, right? I always have. Talk about the match 3 games, whether it's you must build a boat or something like that, or the RPG one. What's it called? Warlord Battle for Warlords. I don't know. I can't remember. Hey Frosty, how you doing? Minesweeper is it's never taken me, even when it was built into Windows. Is it still built into Windows? Minesweeper is not included anymore. 2 problems really hold this game back. Otherwise, I really enjoy it. Problems outweigh any fun I have playing. First and foremost, 255 hours on record. Holy fuck. That is not a small amount. No matter how good you are at Minesweeper, you're going to have to guess many, many times. In an average successful run, You'll have to guess dozens of times, and guessing wrong once, maybe twice, will end your run. There's achievements based solely on losing a run due to an unlucky guess, and it didn't take long to get the achievement. Wow. For this happening 100 times. Well over 90% of your runs are going to end this way unless you're fortunate enough to stumble upon an item to raise your defense and souls. Second problem is the constant crashing whenever the game has too much happening at once. See, those, like, that particular segment, you kind of have to take that with a grain of salt, right? Because that just might be the system. Might enjoy Kaboom. Minesweeper with no guessing, and guessing is guaranteed to kill you. Guessing wrong twice is literally double the HP that you had in the original. Yeah, I don't think I can get behind it. I'm not a fan of Minesweeper. I don't like the puzzle. It is similar to Vampire Survivors and The Binding of Isaac, though, so maybe I'm wrong. Players like you, based on the games you've played. Let's have a look. Discover more in the interactive recommender. King Face Crush. Dude, how are you, man? Thank you so much for the raid. My life as an archaeologist. Hack and slash clicker collectathon roguelite PvE. What? It's a clicker, an idle game? Oh shit. Click your way through 100 levels of archaeological treasure hunting, loot and improve your equipment, uncover build-defining artifacts on every boss, choose between 3 different classes and find the one that fits your playstyle, research monster cards, and improve every run. Everyone will help you go further in an archaeological treasure hunt in this clicker roguelite, blending the simplest mindless entertainment of a clicker with the ever-renewing fun choices of a roguelite. Alright. Well, that's tonight sorted. Okay, good. Why not? What else we got? Elden Ring. Played it. Finished it. 100% it. Tower Tactics Liberation. We fused deck building roguelikes and tower defenses in a way never before seen before. Deploy your towers, collect valuable trinkets, and cast powerful spells to defend yourself against the Salkoth. Oh, the fucking Salkoth. Salkoth again. Early access game. I'm really sour on early access. I can't stress that enough. Tower Tactics Liberation. Deploy your towers, collect valuable trinkets, and cast powerful spells to defend yourself against the Salkoth. Yes. Every game is different. Make your way through the procedurally generated maps with changing layouts. Choose a riskier or safer path. Build a different deck, fight in different environments, and obtain different trinkets while keeping the experience always fresh. Deck creation. Choose an arsenal. Decide from a wide assortment of towers and spells that complement each other to maximize your chances of success. Did I ever play Dice Legacy? I have Dice Legacy. I have not played Dice Legacy. Dice-based survival city builder set on a mysterious ring world. Your ship has reached the shore of an uncharted continent. Roll and use your dice to gather resources, expand and defend your settlement, survive the winter, and interact with the strange inhabitants of this eerie world. It is currently 50% off. There's a DLC available as well, 20% off. It's cool once you get it to click. What do you mean by that, Calorian? I mean, I've got it. It's in my library. I don't think I've played it. Mixed reviews, not recommended. I really wanted to like this game. I played for 4 hours even though I knew I was pretty bad at it. Being able to pause and manipulate the dice was a must for me, and I found the option incredibly helpful. I will not continue playing, not unless the tutorials and encyclopedia get better. Biggest gripes, no way to search for an existing building. Buildings aren't distinct enough. The visuals are nice and I like the art style, but the buildings do not look unique enough. Did I start building a shrine already? Did I complete it? Where did my dairy farm go? Okay. What do keywords mean? I literally just saved and closed the game because I had the option to purify a die. I put the die and the priest die on the spot, waited the time, and the only viable option I was presented with was to do nothing. The prompt was to choose a face of a die to purify, but I couldn't select any symbol. I could only select no change. I assume it meant it would remove an option from a die. What if Tharsis was on the ground? In space. On a ring world. Does it have cannibalism? Dice placement board game. Learning curve's a bit wonky. Jeez, okay. Don't get me wrong, when I downloaded the game, because I love it, 3.6 hours. It's just, I like the concept, but the execution leaves something to be desired. My times trying to play it, but failing at the beach because food production's really done badly. You can't decide to take your time and settle in and then start to expand and fight enemies. They will come automatically and slaughter you after X amount of time. So it's like an RTS kind of, from the sounds of it, but you can pause time and then do your dice thing. Okay. That can stay in the library for now. Hopefully it gets updated. Wander, you mentioned Insurmountable today. Have you played it since the 2.0 update? This isn't even the sale. This is just random assortment. I'm in the wrong screen. Rogue Legacy 2. Yes, I've got quite some time in that game. Turn-based tactics, indie fantasy single-player RPG. It is on my wish list. Somebody recommended this. It's from Double Fine. No shit. Stacklands is more engaging. Wait, is this the... It is. The Cultist Simulator alike. Dolphin played this one and he said it is vastly superior. Because we tried Cultist Simulator, don't forget, and I couldn't get it. Nor did I have the patience to try to get it. And I know that trial and error is the thing. That is the draw with that. But sometimes I need to be told what to do. Very different. It was solid in 1.0? Yeah, so apparently the 2.0 update, it is a bit weird when it gets into the sort of the supernatural a little bit, but I like the original game as well. We had a couple of successful runs there. Well, third of a run, I guess. It takes a long time to do. Yeah, okay. I'll buy it. What are we up to? 36 bucks. As the immortal ruler of the nation, you'll take command of its heroes, forge basic marriages to strengthen your bloodlines, and battle a mysterious enemy known as the Cadence in a 300-year war. This is a good game that unfortunately did not get traction. Cultist Sim requires a lot of learning. Stacklands holds your hands. See? They know their audience. There's a fine line. Hello, Sethis. How you doing, dude? Great to see you. Brutal Legend, The Cave, Massive Chalice, the soundtrack, Broken Age soundtrack, Psychonauts. 11 of 21 items from this bundle are already in your library. Buy this bundle to save 50% off the 10 items that you don't have. No, I'm good. Tactics strategy game set in an epic timeline from Double Fine Productions as the immortal ruler of a nation. Take command of its heroes, forge marriages. Yes, we read that. Hit me with the reviews. I want to read a negative. As I made my way, there's 40 hours on record. That's a decent amount. Through the 300 years it takes to charge the chalice, I was originally planning to write a cautious positive review. Oh fuck, Calorian, dude, thank you, man. Fuck you guys, that's awesome. Cultist Sim was purposely obscured, so hard to get into. Like, everyone's like, you gotta stick with it, trying to give me sort of hints and tips, but without ruining it, which, you know. Yeah, and even still, I couldn't. For context, everything in the game builds towards the charging of the chalice. You send crack teams of 5 controllable heroes out on occasional battles to decide the research, intercourse, and economy of an upper class of those attuned to the chalice. Only the ending was a disappointment. A flop on the visual, emotional, and writing level, not much worse than the starting cutscene, but after 300 years you'd expect something a bit more drama. A last look at your kingdom, something. There was a grand reveal, but so ham-fisted, that it had very little impact and didn't make the half day that playing the game through takes worthwhile. A very frustrating game. Full campaign took me a little under 22 hours to finish. There's too much I can complain about, so I've reduced this review to major grievances. Gameplay can get boring real quick. 3 classes plus 6 breedable hybrids that have minor tweaks. Yeah, I think we skipped that one, huh? Alright. A lot of these are going to be in my library, I think, in this section. Deathloop. Yeah, I was disappointed in Deathloop. Great acting. It was cool. It was one of those games that too much needed to be done within a certain period of time, and that gets to me. It's like all the shit in Dead Rising all over again. I'll actually play the games if you spend the money on the sale. They'll just sit in your library 100%. Thank you, dude. Yeah, it really well produced, but it was just yeah, I don't know, it got old real quick. What did I play Elden Ring? Oh, PlayStation. Yeah. Sekiro is 50% off, as was mentioned earlier. What about Jedi Fallen Order? People have raved about this too. I got it, never played it. I've heard it's insanely difficult. Some of the boss fights are really, really hard. Arcane games tend to fall flat for you. I mean, Prey, I think Prey's one of the best games ever. Best Star Wars game in a long time. Okay. We should probably install that then. Oh yeah, this is the one with the little robot. They just announced the sequel, right? Oh shit, Gordian Quest got an update again. Well, it is launch day, so I guess that's to be expected. Fallen Order. Install that shit. 56 gigabytes. The last boss is bullshit though. I hope they patched it. The base game of Prey was really fun, but you thought the DLCs were terrible. Moon Crash, I was hoping for a lot more. You like Moon Crash? I don't know. Here's the thing. It had been so long since I played the base game and Moon Crash that I kind of lost the feeling of the game, like how it plays. You have to kind of learn all over again. You want to play Gordian Quest again? You can't bring yourself to play card games anymore? Seth, I was impressed, dude. They sent me a key recently, in sort of a lead up to 1.0. They deleted my save, by the way. I want to talk about it. I have to start over. Moon Crash, what do you want Deathloop to be? I can see that. But the card mechanics seemed really light. Like it was easy enough for me, someone who doesn't really jive with card games or deck builders rather. And I loved it. I recommend it. It was great. Even though I'll be starting over again. All right. So Star Wars is installing. Is there a deluxe edition? What the fuck? Deluxe edition. A skin. Digital art book, director's cut, behind the scenes videos. Okay, that's fine. Support the devs if you want. What's the time for me? It is 9:07 p.m. Fuck, I love Inscription. Such a good game, dude. Not too late then? Oh, you're okay with me staying up this late? Thanks, Dad. I'll see you at 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. A deck builder done right? Dude, I was one of the many people to tweet the dev and say, please, please, please just make Section 1 but a roguelike version. They did that, right? And they released it for free, which is fucking incredible. There's a very large asterisk next to that though, and it's not exactly the same. You can't experience the same progression, and you can't get as powerful as you could in the base game. So that's what I was hoping for. It's like they've nerfed a lot of that content to fit the style of the game. And look, I'm not a designer, but I was really hoping for that. Really, like that's what I wanted when I tweeted him. Boy, I have a lot of games, huh? Peglin's on sale, 10% off. Gunfire Reborn. 20 minutes till dawn. Are these not on sale? There's Ember Knights again. Dungeon crawler hack and slash. We looked at Ember Knights, yes? No? Action roguelite, 1 to 4 players, where you play as legendary knights. The last spark of hope against the mad sorcerer Praxis and his hordes of unwavering fiends. Wield weapons and skills, build synergies with the game-changing relics, and free the universe's Praxis corruption. What if Praxis was the good guy? You say corruption? Oh, it reminds me of Crashlands a little bit. Is that Huts? That looked like Huts with the mustache. Early access roadmap. Content to be released. May update. New weapon, Nexus staff, 9 new relics, difficulty modifiers, balancing and bug fixes. Rise of Praxis update. New weapon, Rift Hammer, Rise of Praxis feature, quality of life improvements. End of summer. New world, Anvil. Great Forge, 6 new enemies, 1 new mini-boss, 1 new boss. Did it or did it not say it was turn-based? Certainly doesn't feel like it. No, it's not. It's an Isaac-like. Ember was fun. You're the one that recommended to me. I was in your stream. And you were drooling over it. Yeah. You said this was really good. Wait. Have a Nice Death. That's the one we played the demo of. Is that out? Is 7 tabs too many tabs? I can't remember. Steam Early Access. I think I bought this and then refunded it. I'm pretty sure I did. Hello? Game just needs more time. Yep. It's like I like the premise, right? You're like sick of your job as the Grim Reaper, but you run the show. It's your department, right? The collections department, I guess. It was, yeah. There's something about it. I thought it looked good, but it didn't feel good to me. Love the animation though. You're confusing this one with Death's Door. Death's Door is the one, the isometric top-down style one, which is more adventure-y. This one's very much like a roguelike platformer. Ori? Ori's $10. Actually, I had that on Microsoft Store already. Neo 2? That's not even on sale. They're just throwing like games in there. It's like, this one's not on sale, but you'll like it. Go ahead and buy it. Dark Souls 3, $60. We did add Stacklands, yes? Yes. I watched Hyperstifer play through the Ori games. It was very good. His level of calmness and then elevation when he's not calm anymore was very entertaining to watch. A beautiful game. Again, the animations and the colors made Ori really, really pop. Ori's fucking sad, the story. Do I have Bloodstained? Mm-hmm. Yeah, finished. I finished Bloodstained on PlayStation Network. I rebought it on PC, and even they had a free update with a new character come out recently. It was like a crossover with some other anime. Sorry, some other game. And the new character wasn't very fun. Well, I mean, I'm sure it is for some, but I didn't appreciate it. You weren't expecting the level of sad? Dude. Yeah. Yeah, pretty wild. Oh my god. Okay. That's good. Realm of the Mad God. Remnant's another one that I really wanted to like. It was the hub world, and I should reinstall it. I keep saying this, like, the hub world, I got lost in the hub world because it's just designed weirdly. I should definitely try that again, I think. Oh, Shotgun King, by the way. This is the one we played the other night. Really good. It's only 10% off, but it's, well, it's $5.40 right now. We're talking about chess games today in Wanderbot stream, and I mentioned this. Really, really good. What was the other one? Remnant's way less fun solo. Much better with multiplayer. There was another chess game mentioned today, which... Pornbarian. I have it, apparently. Quick playing turn-based puzzle roguelike. Play cards to move your hero in a chess like a chess piece and conquer challenging dungeons full of cunning monsters. A tiny and mighty game from Rock Paper Shotgun. Use a deck of chess pieces to hack and slash through hordes of monsters. Oh, okay. So it gives you the moves. That's alright. It's on mobile as well. Your mini game of the year. Fucking hell. Okay. Well, I mean... Sorry. Itchiest nose on the planet this evening. Alright, we'll download that one as well. This is good, especially when I don't need to fork over cash for it. It's nice to go through my library and actually have some good suggestions pop up. Or the King was one that was recommended recently, and I can't remember why. Like a dungeon crawler style game. Strategy RPG that blends tabletop roguelike elements in a challenging adventure that spans for the realms. Set off on a single player experience or play cooperatively both online and locally. God, this music gets me every time. Challenging blend of strategy, JRPG, combat, and roguelike elements. Alright, let's see the reviews here. 3% chance of death, my ass. Okay. What? What's this? Oh, you have to pay for awards with points? Oh, okay. I'll give you a whoa. Please confirm you would like to use 300... Fucking hell, Steam. Just stick to what you're good at, please. There you go. You have been granted a whoa award. Not recommended. This game is honestly really enjoyable. I do love negative reviews that start like with a positive statement. But it's fun solo, but a wild ride with friends. Okay, okay. The amount of random events or ambushes that pop up really help to keep the game interesting. Despite that, my friends and I have yet to have a run that hasn't ended in stuff we couldn't control. In some of our best runs, there's still a ridiculous wall ahead that seemingly weren't lucky enough to get over. All in all, the game's really fun, but I think the balancing needs serious work. That's fair, and I wish there was a way to give like a middling review, right? Like a neutral or good but review. Okay, well, I mean, again, I own it. Do I need the adventure pack? Lost Civilization adventure pack. Let's have a look. Answer the call once more in an all-new adventure pack, Lost Civilization. If it's just a campaign, that's one thing. If it's like a campaign and maybe a new character class or whatever, that's where I have to sort of go, yep, 2 new playable characters, right? There you go. The Gladiator harnessed the dark energy from the heavens with the Astronomer. Okay. Add to cart. What about the free DLCs? Do I need to buy them? Or are they automatically downloaded? Wait, what the fuck? Did you just straight up run the game? What? I didn't have For the King installed. I don't think. Maybe I did. Shit. Bruh, my computer's fucking frozen. Good, good, good. God, thank God this isn't my main source of income and I need to be professional, huh? That would be embarrassing. This is a song that gets you? Dude. Are you also a fan of this incredible game? I think it's the greatest game of all time, and I'm not being funny when I say that. Hello, Stephanie. How you doing? Huge fan. Good. It's not for everyone. I know some people like turn away as soon as like the controls. You know how the controls are a little bit... You got to get used to them. But some people can't immediately do it. I mean, I crashed my ship a dozen times before I started getting the hang of it. If I could erase my brain and go back and do it all again, I absolutely would. What else we got? Rounds. 1v1 rogue light shooter where each round gets more intense. The losing player of each round unlocks clever upgrades to create a better build to counter their opponent. Oh, that's kind of cool. Like a steadily scaling based on skill level. So you can... I like that. I like that. Source of Madness. Side-scrolling, dark action roguelite, twisted Lovecraftian inspired. Is that the one with the shit monsters? And the bad UI? That's it, I think. There you go. Yep, perfect example of how not to design a user interface. Wait, I wasn't done. So like this is just an inventory screen, but I mean, yeah. You can tell that the artist's very excited about what's going on. This is from Outer Wilds, Frosty. I'll play another one. I'll play my favorite song on the album. It's actually from the sequel, or the DLC rather. There's a couple in the DLC that are just like, oh. Yeah, this is the one. Used to do that at LAN parties playing Counter-Strike. Every time you got a kill, you took a drink. That way, the people with the less skill stayed sober and the top performers got drunk. Brilliant. Control. Winner of 80 awards. Control is a visually stunning third-person action adventure that will keep you on the edge of your seat. That was free on Epic 2 recently, wasn't it? Afterbirth Plus. Isaac. Mixed reviews. Wasn't that... Afterbirth Plus was when they started adding the micro content packs, right? What do they call them? Yeah. Control's one of the best games ever created. Ever created. What if I have it on PlayStation? Yep. Even better. Okay. Rural Pasture says it's kinda meh. LOL. Well, definitely polarizing, but solid. There you go. We had two extremes. Battle Brothers, I really want to get, but I think the strategy, I don't want to lose my crew, right? I want to build a solid team, but in this, they're expected to die, so. Hero Siege, 90% off. Hack and slash roguelike RPG with randomly generated zones, loot, randomized enemies, bosses, and 4-player online multiplayer. Battle Brothers is resident sleeper to watch. What do you mean? It's boring to watch, or it's exciting and takes you by surprise to watch? I love watching Billy One Kirby play it. Or Frag. High Fleet. That's the one I really want to like. but I've heard it's exceptionally like complex. Without knowledge of the game, it just looks like a board game that occasionally twitches. Sure. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Dicey Dungeons, the first game I streamed after Minecraft. Demio? It's dangerous to go alone. Hey, I get that reference. That's cool. Grab your friends and assemble a party because plumbing the depths of Demeo requires... Can you pass the ketchup? No, but I can pass Demeo. Strategy, cunning, and teamwork. An award-winning cooperative tabletop adventure for up to four players. Alpha 1. Didn't I put that on my wish list? Oh, hang on. Top-down action 4X Lite. Whenever 4X is used, it usually scares me away from games, but I don't think it's accurate in this case, because it's an action game, yeah? Or maybe 4X is the expand, explore, blah blah blah, whatever. Oh, here it is right here. Exploit, exterminate. Usually that's given to... Yeah, exactly, grand strategy, right? Yeah, it's on my wish list, Nesta, for sure. I liked what I saw. Did you motherfucker, you reset? Really? It's cool. Pretty sure we weren't too far down anyway. Give me some lazy loading on my web pages, bro. If you see any titles that you think I might like, shout them out. This is, you guys know me better than I know myself half the time. Griftlands I liked, but I didn't like the argument system. So I like the combat system, but not the discussion. We try to talk people down or you know, whatever. Any games you'd recommend I already own? You don't like watching it? Too slow, hard to follow if you join the stream mid-run. You're talking about Battle Brothers? Two decks, twice the fun. Yeah. I did like the characters were cool and that, but the negotiation aspect I didn't. It really ripped me out of it, unfortunately. In library, most common phrase on you think mine's bad? You check out Wanderbots, dude. Where's my where's my here we go. Yeah, there's a few there. Keep in mind, most of that is from Humble Bundles and sent from devs and all the rest. You kind of like the fuzzy lost feeling you get of wandering into a stream with complex games like Battle Brothers? See, I don't. I'm the opposite. When I join a Billy One Kirby stream or whatever, and he's halfway through a run, I have zero idea how he got there. 800 more? Oh, really? Okay. Well, from the you were browsing the roguelike section today, I guess, and yeah, the same words in library kept coming up. Look at that. 101 of 101. We've done it. We did it. It's out. It's done. It's finished. Well, it's not. Still got plenty of grinding to do. Neo Complete Edition. Neo 2 is far better, I think. But excellent games nonetheless. Still very enjoyable. Carrion I was really excited by. But it's literally a Metroidvania. I thought it was more procedural. How did I like Gordian Quest? Did it feel like it was doing anything new compared to Slay the Spire? Yeah. Yeah, it takes a lot of smaller elements from different games that you've seen before and combine them in a meaningful way. I like it a lot. I think the deck building is a lot more simplified. Funny story, we'll be playing it later tonight. Well, except for that other... We can check out that other game I'm about to buy. Yeah, recommend. Very good. It's Vault of the Void. Another deck builder? Never played it. Legend of Keepers was the one that I watched Jorbs play the DLC for. He had a sponsored stream going on for the DLC, and I was about to install it and pick up the DLC, but then I started reading reviews and it's not very well received. Too simplistic, very shallow, not enough development updates. Last Stand Aftermath. When did this come out? November 16th. Wait, I thought that was a coming soon game. Maybe it's been coming soon forever and I never saw the release. Is it still in early access? So it's a real-time zombie survival. Talk to me more about the survival. Sneak and fight your way through a dangerous post-apocalyptic wasteland, outwit hordes of rabid infected, some with deadly special abilities, scavenge for materials to craft into weapons and supplies, risk undeath by using powerful mutations. When one survivor dies, start up again as another with new unlocks based on progress. Hopefully, the one thing I like about that, and I can't remember which game was the first one to do this. It was some kind of first-person shooter zombie thing, and I think I played it on Xbox or many years ago. When you died, that character became a zombie, and it was strong, but when you killed that zombie, then you could get your stuff back, which was very clever. It's a really cool progression system. Runs can be a tad long, 3 to 4 hours. Okay. I'm not against that. Like I said, talking about Insurmountable, like those runs were long. A lot of decision making. Not recommended. Can't recommend the game. This was posted in April in its current state. I was a huge fan of Con Artist's Flash game library. They were the only Flash dev I really cared about. Seeing them get a chance to make a more fully fledged game, well, I was excited, and then I played Aftermath. Updates are sparse. As of writing, it's been over 4 months since any sort of update. Not even any hotfixes for one of the game's numerous bugs. Birds fly through solid objects. At ground level, enemies clip through objects, have mediocre pathfinding, and some subtypes are unbalanced and potential run enders. Character classes mean nothing. Most devastatingly, the touted infection meter is hardly a double-edged sword. It's a full nuisance. The mutations gained from continued infection aren't terribly useful, i.e. they don't help you survive, don't exactly pertain to builds or class structure, and are in such small pool that you'll quickly find the good ones and the mediocre other 10. All infection does is wind up lowering your health constantly without giving the player any additional benefits. As the run progresses, you'll quickly be at the point where you will be hit. One hit will kill you. Hmm. You're a sucker for roguelikes where you can jam multiple runs in an evening? Let you iterate more. That's fair. What's your content strategy, I guess, on other platforms? And do you have a TikTok? Yeah, I'll wait again. That's fine. I could have sworn that was one that was coming soon that I was really excited about. Mind you, that I could probably say that about a dozen different games that I've already forgotten about. Loot or Die, my dude, how are you, man? Good to see you. Making more shorts for YouTube instead. I'm about to start. Well, I already have a channel for like a clips channel, and I'm going to put shorts on that. I think I want to keep. I know shorts help growth on YouTube, but I think I want to. I mean, my YouTube's reasonably small anyway, but I still want to keep that content separate. And I've got now 6 months of VODs on my VOD channel that I need to publish. That'll be fun. Good news is I've decided to take a day off a week. And then McQueeb, she'll be streaming instead. So that's good. It gives her a chance at a nighttime shift, see if she likes it too. Astral Ascent. This is the one I was really bummed by this game. Bananasaurus Rex was playing this the other day. It's the one with the really weird music. It's Dreamscaper music in an action platformer. Which day? Saturdays. I'll be taking Saturdays off. And then the card system in this, the skill stacking and how you had to alternate between different. I don't know. I couldn't get it, and I'm not saying that aspect was bad. It just wasn't for me. So. Oh, check it. Bloodstained is $16. If you like Castlevania Symphony of the Night, this is fucking excellent. Well worth purchase, and there's been a couple of free updates since as well. Curse of the Dead Gods. That was one that I wanted to love. Got burnt out during early access, and I probably won't go back to it. Yeah, Wonderbots, get out of here, man. Have a good night, and I'll see you soon. Like, when I first played it, it was rough. And this is why I dislike early access so much. Like, I don't mind a few, like, you know, a lack of a quality of life or whatever. But content needs to be there. I hate early. I hate it. I think we should petition against it. I wonder if it does more harm than good for devs. They get a chance to sell the game twice, essentially, right? Good example. Gordian Quest, which we're going to be playing later tonight. Today is the launch day of that game. I don't know how long it's been in early access. I only got sent the key recently, so yeah, I don't know. Barony. Oh, that's cute. It's like an old school style. Like what am I thinking of? Ultima Underworld kind of thing. Is the premier first-person roguelike RPG with cooperative play. Cryptic items, brutal traps, devious monsters like those found in classic roguelikes and CRPGs await you. Conquer the dungeon alone or gather a perfect party in co-op. Elder Scrolls Daggerfall. $2,500 reviews, positive. It looks very claustrophobic with the short ceilings. Very claustrophobic. Oh my god, yeah. Apparently it's a love note to RPG classics like Ultima Underworld, System Shock, and Daggerfall. Created by Flans of the classics? God. Permadeath, cryptic dungeons, no hand-holding, cooperative multiplayer, 13 exotic and iconic classes who improve at what they practice. Surprises around every corner. Show me them negatives. The game itself is awesome, but the Linux version, it's shameful. Okay, well, let's see an actual review. Product refunded. I enjoyed the overall after 0.7 hours. I enjoy the overall aesthetic. It does a good job of conveying old school roguelike on a 3D plane. However, short amount of time I played, there was really no indication of anything. I mean, yeah, delve deeper into a dungeon, but combat-wise, it just doesn't make sense. Use your shield until it breaks, and then you have no way to avoid damage. And if you're, for some reason, a lower health melee character, you may as well call it quits right there. Pros and cons. Pros: randomized dungeons, hardcore roguelike, first person perspective, jolly cooperation, adjust flags that you want in your game, including Minotaur hunger. Adjust flags, including Minotaur, hunger, exclamation mark, friendly fire, etc. Fantastic attention to quality of life, including auto appraisal that allows players to focus more on the delving. Hunger actually works pretty good now. Maybes, permadeath, I like it, some won't. Voxel graphics, new, there's apparently 144 frame per second cap. You can't jump. If there's a table in your way, you will need to waste your time bashing through it. Cons, development team will take offense to anyone's suggestions and ban them. That's been crossed out. Okay. I'm invested in this review now. You cannot do a one-handed sword, axe, mace, block, parry. Some things just don't make sense. I can break doors, chairs, tables, chests, but I can't break the small wooden torches on the wall. Why so violent, bro? The gnome mines level and certain normal levels are just massive, to the point where it takes 10 to 15 minutes just to find the exit, and it's not fun at all. Gamepad support is bugged to hell. Game ignores gamepad options such as sensitivity and instead cranks it up to the sky and makes the game unplayable. Very limited beginning customization. This is the first roguelite you played. It didn't let me invest randomize my own stats and or create at least some minor form of backstory. Bruh, you haven't played many then. Dungeons aren't as random as they advertise to be. You will see nearly exactly the same maps over and over again with exact same method of exit. The difficulty curve after the Baron Herx boss fight skyrockets rather massively to the point where balancing feels necessary. Or maybe you're just supposed to not fight in those rooms. My story: on occasion I would go on a rant with my buds in the Dark Souls chat room about the glory days of playing Diablo 2. I complained because I was depressed. Year after year, games begin to lose replay value. Co-op became a Hollywood stunt rather than a pact of survivalism, and the era of fear in dungeon-based gaming closed further to null. This game isn't a Hollywood stunt, so there's that. 6 out of 10. The potential is there, but it's yet to be halfway met. Buy it when it's under $5, otherwise you're going to be incredibly disappointed. I want more story. I want to know if this crossed out section, one, why it's crossed out. You can edit reviews, right? I think you can. Yes. And where that story comes from, because I want to see that shit. I care greatly about the attitudes of like development teams and whatever. I think that's just as important as the quality of the game sometimes. It's content packed for a game that looks like it was made in the 90s. Insanely hard. Well, hard I don't mind. I mean, if it is anything like Ultima Underworld, then I would expect that. The game was okay. It started off extremely punishing, and as a person who enjoys the challenge, that placed my hopes real high. After spending some time in the first area, I only ever played Merchant, I finally learnt the tricks of avoiding the insta-kill traps and shenanigans the game throws at you. After gearing up, however, the game takes a dramatic turn. All of the enemies started to do low or no damage. The only real threats were the traps, which were more frustrating. Oh, I'm so fucking itchy. Than anything else. However, as you leveled, even the boulder traps were no longer that much of a threat. The Minotaurs did 0 damage if I held my shield up, and every dart trap just glanced off my armor. The first boss I got to was apparently the secret final hell boss. I beat him on my first try by exploiting simple AI. And that seems to be the end of the game. Overall, the game was fine, but my hopes fizzled real fast. Okay. If you're curious as to why I'm itchy, the medication I take for my headaches sometimes causes a tingling sensation. It is $5. I don't know if I want to buy it though. What are we at? OBS disconnected.